All right. We are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. And the hits keep coming this week. So I'm gonna do my best to not make this one all negative. I'm gonna sprinkle in some news along with this. But I'll start out with what the thumbnail unfortunately says for this episode of Smash This Podcast. Howard Finkel has passed away. Iconic ring announcer. I'm going to go to, I'll go to the WWE stuff in just a little bit, but I'm going to go to ringsidenews.com and see exactly what news, excuse me. Hi, we are very sad to learn of the passing of legendary ring announcer Howard Finkel. Okay, so he was 69 years old. He's okay. I heard something about this recently. I did not catch all the details. It says he suffered there's a link to this. I'm not going to click on it, but it says he suffered a serious stroke in the past year and was in very bad health. Okay, yeah, I remember hearing something about that. Finkel made his debut. Okay, well, there's some stuff here. Made his debut in 1977 for the WWF in Madison Square Garden. He remained a mainstay in WWE for years to come after becoming the company's full-time ring announcer in 1979. WWE wrote up a memorial for Finkel where they remembered the times where his role in the company extended outside of his typical ring announcing abilities. It says, despite being a ring announcer, Finkel didn't shy away from the in-ring competition in certain circumstances. In 1995, okay, so this is going back to a time when I wasn't watching, like post-high school. I graduated in 92. Oof, I am dating myself here. Wow. I wasn't watching anything from like early 90s until late 90s when I started watching again during the Attitude Era. And okay, so this stuff I am not familiar with at all. In 1995, he battled his longtime rival Harvey Whippleman in a tuxedo match on Raw. Oh my God. Okay, so that just explains kind of where they were at that time. Very gimmicky, very, whatever. And later helped X-Pac shave Jeff Jarrett's head in a hair versus hair match at SummerSlam 1998. Oh my goodness. All right, so I saw a video. You know what? Hang on. I saw a video earlier before I started prepping for this, and I thought it said okay, hang on. This is a video from almost 10 years ago. This is Howard Finkel makes, I can't play this because it'll get taken down, but the it's on the WWE YouTube channel. It says Howard Finkel makes his WWE debut in Madison Square Garden. Excuse me. Howard Finkel makes his WWE debut in Madison Square Garden on January 17th, 1976. I was 2, man. Um, man, he was young here. He was really young, already becoming follically challenged. It's funny. Man, there are just certain voices synonymous with my youth. Excuse me, man. And this is one of them. We lost Mean Gene. Was that last year? Or the year before? I know that was fairly recently. It's another iconic voice, you know? So if you go back and you listen to that video, you can tell it's Howard Finkel, but he doesn't have quite the vibrato that he did develop later in years, where the second you hear his voice, you know exactly who's in the ring. Critical thing this week just gets better. Yeah, it's yeah. This is a rough one. This is a rough one, folks. And we haven't even gotten to the dark side of the ring stuff yet. I was watching Tommy Dreamer's stuff from last night on his Twitch channel, House of Hardcore Twitch channel. He does a little, he doesn't put the shows on there like he used to. He did several months ago. He was still putting some shows on there, like repeats, Now he just does quick updates on him and thoughts about what's going on. He keeps them fairly short and sweet. He was on there for like a half an hour last night. And man, I just love Tommy. I just do. I don't know. There's just certain people that just are easy to take in. You know what I mean? Certain voices, certain people. Trekopedia. That is not a name that sounds familiar on here. Welcome. He was my ring announcer growing up, and I always wanted to hear him introduce me as the new WWF/E champion. There is something about that when they say, and new. It just, oh my God, it just kind of gives you goosebumps, doesn't it? Heck, announcing your name for anything. And Jason Hafer has entered the room. Like, yeah. Wait, who's Jason Hafer? Who's that guy? I'll tell you who Jason Hafer is. Spitz apple. Oh man. So yeah, rest in peace, Howard Finkel. If you grew up when I did, that is just one of the voices that echoes in your head whenever you think of voices from the early years. Styles, what's up, brother? Just some voices you never forget. Howard Finkel, Hulk Hogan, Mean Gene, the the sometimes inaudible Andre the Giant, the whoa wrestling fight. It just oh man. They just echo. They just echo. Um, so yeah, rest in peace, Howard Finkel. You're not suffering anymore. You're you're in some place much better than us right now. He's having a beer with Mean Gene, right? Sad. But we'll all see them someday. All right. So to switch gears, I have not seen a ton of updates, especially updates from yesterday. I did see a couple more um, names. Interestingly, end up on the alumni section. But nothing formally announced. I saw Rey Mysterio is in the alumni section. Now, I have not been keeping up on the roster section. I know he's been back for a while now, and I could have swore that he was on listed on one of the rosters because he's been on Raw, duking it out with Andrade and a few others over the last year. But Ray is older, and if he's traveling from the West Coast all the time to the PC, he certainly puts himself at risk. I mean, it's like if you live in Florida where a lot of the NXT and a lot of the PC people do, that's one thing. But if you're traveling across the country, whether it be from north or west or wherever, that's a huge risk. Styles says there was a few more NXT releases. Yeah, there was a few I saw. Namely trainers like Ace Steel, which I didn't even realize he was like part of the staff. I guess I read it somewhere once, but didn't realize he was actually a part of the company. Yeah, right. MJ Jenkins is a young lady who was a girl on a young lady on the NXT roster. One that was quietly moved and never announced. Another one, Cassius Ono. Second time let go. But I have not seen anything official on it other than his name just moving over to the alumni section. Interesting. He'd been doing more like UK stuff recently. Man, that is a guy. I mean, if there's any releases that I want, that I'm rooting for the most as far as to accomplish something in the wrestling industry, no matter how he puts it out there as far as how he feels about his release, like he was genuinely very accepting of his last one. He never slammed the company at all at any point that I saw. He was always very thankful and spoke well of WWE. They brought him back. He basically walked in the door and went for the NXT championship right away a few years ago. I don't remember who was champ at the time, but he came right back after, oh gosh, what was it, 2 years ago? Right after WrestleMania? And he had just had that huge match with Keith Lee in Evolve, I believe. And then after that, I knew it was only going to be a matter of time before Keith Lee was brought up to NXT. Ray is still on the roster. Yeah, it's weird. I think he's on the Raw page, but he's also in the alumni page. So it's confusing. So I don't know. Mark says, I got to see Howard Finkel announce back in 1999. Nice, nice. And I probably saw him announce my earliest best ever, right? He's up there with, like I said, the most iconic voices. I remember my dad taking me to the Wisconsin State Fair, and they had like concerts and stuff on the big racing track during the state fair. And one of the times it was like the mid 80s. So I'm guessing it was like 84, 85, or 86, somewhere in there. The WWF came to Wisconsin State Fair and had an event. Hulk Hogan was there. I remember Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Hillbilly Jim, King Kong Bundy. It was at the time when the midgets, little people, I don't know. What is the proper term nowadays? It changes like every other week. I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone. They were called midgets back then. Okay. Hillbilly Jim had some midgets with him. And I believe Bundy had some midgets with him, and they would do like mixed tag matches. And I can't remember the names of the midgets. I'm sorry. But I'm just trying to think of a time frame because that is one thing that stood out that I remember. Kamala was one of the main bad guys. I believe he was the one that faced Hogan, I want to say. It was either Hogan or some really big Oriental guy that spewed mist. Kind of looked like the missing link, but I knew it wasn't the missing link. Small people. Yeah, I don't know. J-Bone tries to keep up with this stuff and just, some stuff just passes me by, sadly. Hakeem, what is up, man? Oh, man, it's a day, right? So yeah, and I don't remember specifically the voice in the ring on that day. I just remember key little moments. We were up in the stands looking down at the ring, and I just remember being really excited about it. And it's really fuzzy, guys. It's really fuzzy. That goes back to when I was like 10. Whew. I remember more stuff about like my high school years and stuff like that. Hakeem says it's sad to hear about the passing of Howard. The Fink, yes, Howard Finkel. Yeah, it is. It is. It's just like it's another piece of my youth gone. It's one by one. They just trickle away. Yeah, mentally, physically, I know I'm getting older. Mentally, you hang on to those things. You hang on to them tight. You hang on tight. All right. So, in other news, We'll click on a couple other things here. Oh, and what the hell is this wrestling after dark stuff? Jeez Louise. Like, everybody's getting, like, what, slutty? To give it a term? Everybody's slutting it up on the Twitter box. It's really? It's just lovely. I'm telling you guys right now, if J-Bone does any wrestling after dark stuff, you're getting pictures of my toes naked. Okay, that's the kind of wrestling after dark J-Bone is going to provide for you from Smash This Podcast. Okay, you're getting naked toes. So if anybody has a foot fetish, DM me. Slide into my DMs, and we'll talk. No dick pics from J-Bone, okay? This has been a shitty week for the WWE, from the XFL filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, the mass exodus that happened on Wednesday to this news. Yeah, and like I said, it also goes to the dark side of the ring stuff when all the stuff starts coming out about Jimmy Snuka. And I haven't even finished watching it yet. I'm probably going to be doing the review tomorrow, because between now and later tonight, I got a couple other things lined up between me and the TNI guys. I'm going to be jumping on with Styles at some point. It's going to be a loaded day. It really is. So between now and later tonight, I'm just going to chill and kind of slowly prep everything out and try to time everything so that I'm not overlapping too drastically. Mark says, Mean Gene and the Fink both gone within 13 months. Okay, so that was just about a year ago. Wow. I thought it was pretty recent. I couldn't remember exactly when. Thank you, Mark. Oh, excuse me. So that was last late winter, March-ish last year. Man. Okay. Like I said, let's switch gears. Go on to some other news. Let's refresh this. I saw one piece I was going to talk about. I don't know how much more. And they're showing Howard Finkel's 2000. Okay, so he went in the Hall of Fame in 2009. Okay, so that footage is coming out. Industry reacts to the passing. Okay, I'm not clicking on that. We're all reacting, you know. Okay. This is interesting. So it kind of has to do with the releases, but it doesn't. So this is the former Dash Wilder. Okay, what is he now? Cash Wheeler applied for another trademark on 410 for Fear the Revolt for the following: GNS hats, pants, shirts, sweatshirts, hooded sweatshirts, entertainment in the nature of wrestling contests, entertainment services, blah, 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 blah. The revolt may also, so it says to conclude this, so the revolt may be the new tag team name post WWE. And hopefully WWE will not mess with them and and not try to counter, what is that, counter trademark, copyright, whatever. Because they've done that in the past to people, and that's just 2-year-old schoolyard bullshit. It's very upsetting. It's like, what are you proving here? You know, it doesn't always have to be about the size of your grapefruits. Seriously, it's like, yeah, Vinnie Mac, we know your grapefruits are big. Doesn't mean you're the smartest guy in the world. And apparently there are people advising you to do these things. It's like you just lost $1 billion. Let's focus on your company and maybe not schoolyard bully people that have not been in your company or used in years, like Ryback. He may not have been one of my favorites, but really, what is the sense in this? Your company is falling apart. And this stupid bullshit over here is what you're worried about? Really? Unbelievable. Sad. It's sad, really. So that is an interesting little piece of information, a little nugget, if you will, about the revival. So wherever they're going to go next, which could be a number of places, but like, you know, in light of everything yesterday, like I was saying to Styles yesterday when he was on with me, I was like, man, there's enough people that were released yesterday to start your own damn company. Between tag teams and women and men and whatever, it's crazy. It's crazy. And what's even more crazy is it would be a pretty decent company, you know, if booked properly. Just wild. But that's the thing, you know, nobody in the industry right now, given the circumstances, we don't need to explain why, is going to hire on 20 to 30 new people. You know, maybe WCW back in the day did stuff like that. Maybe WWE did that over the course of the last few years. We see where that got them. No one else is going to do that now. It's going to be a trickle effect over the course of the next year. You're going to see certain names pop up. Oh, Ring of Honor, Impact, AEW, maybe internationally. Who knows? Maybe some of these guys will go spend a year in Europe and bounce around. Who knows? Obviously, no time soon because of everything happening, but you never know. It's like when, perfect example, when Angelico, one half of the, oh, geez, I can never remember their tag team name. I'm sorry. Jack Evans and Angelico in AEW. The Hyper something, whatever it is. Hyper Glow. I forget. Anyways, Angelico, when he got out of his deal or was let go or whatever happened with him and Lucha Underground, the TV show, he went over to Europe and did training and events for like, a couple years? And I was like dying for someone to like grasp him up and bring him back to the States. But he was just doing his own thing over there, you know, and making a go of it, apparently. And then AEW started, and then they started getting this guy and this guy and this guy. And then the promo came out, and then they picked up both Jack Evans and Angelico. And I was like, finally. Angelico has come back to the U.S. All right. So, yeah, there's that piece of news about the revival. I don't know where the hell that went, but whatever. Lots of stuff from Howard Finkel. Oh, did you guys see? If you guys have not seen the promo, you know what? Let's just look this up. I'm going to assume it's not tied to any company, so I'm going to play it just in case because it's damn good. He's I love how he okay, where is it? It was on here. Did he delete it? Why am I not seeing it? Well, that's weird. I see the box for it and like it's gone. Maybe I need to just get rid of my cookies or something. I don't know. Well, anyways, if you guys didn't see it, EC3 put quite the good promo along with a bunch of Twitter entries on his profile early yesterday, almost a day ago now. Um, very good. He is going to end up somewhere. This guy is ready. This guy is so ready. It's not even funny. DK, Mean Gene, and the Fink will be commentating from heaven, right? It's exactly what's going to be going on right now. The Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage are eagerly awaiting their ring announcements, right? So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to get on here for about a half an hour and do some news updates, talk about the Fink a little bit. You want to relive some memories, go over to WWE.com and they got a nice little pictorial section along with the announcement for Howard Finkel. And you go through those pictures and you see certain things. Man, just something always positive with him. You know, when you think of Howard Finkel and the voice that came along with it and what he did. And I even forgot he was on Legends House. Now, I never watched Legends House, and I'm sure it's somewhere on the WWE network. Maybe I'll watch it sometime. I just never really had the inkling to, but now we're losing even more and more icons, so maybe I'll check that out sometime. Look up EC3 new promo on YouTube. It'll be the third down. Okay. Yeah. It just, I saw the post. It just, like, the video was, like, empty. I don't know why. It just, I don't know. Maybe I got to just clear some stuff out of my computer or something. Whatever. Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan will be commentating while the Fink will be ring announcing. Right? In the words of Gorilla Monsoon, will you stop? He's oh, no one better than those guys, right? Eugene interviewing talent, yes. Conducting backstage interviews with Randy Savage, yeah, right. Oh man, that's all my youth right there. That's such a huge part of it. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. I will see you guys later tonight. Looks like me and the guys are going to be doing something, and then after that, I will be. All right, so I'm going to be joining the guys somewhere 8:45, 9ish tonight. We are going to be talking about stuff on the Impact Plus app. Sammy and friends, along with the new explosion. We're going to start talking about that during the week. So that's going to be between 8 and 9, closer to 9. And then after that, I'll be joining Styles. Styles, I might be a little late, but I will join you on You're Destroying Kayfabe. And that's, I know he's in the chat on the YouTube, but go to Destroying Kayfabe on Twitter. Twitter. Twitch, excuse me, is where he's been on Twitch TV, where we've been plugging some of our stuff too. Maybe I'll get on there sometime. I don't know. But this keeps growing very slowly. So I'm going to stay on here as long as it's still doing something positive. See if there's an update on the new merch. I did talk to the guys from What Apparel. They did say they were going to get right to work on something new regarding a new t-shirt for Smash This Podcast Dropbox. No. Man, the scam stuff that I get in my emails, it's just absolutely crazy. Okay, I'm not seeing it yet. Probably going to be, probably get it in a few days. And depending on the conversations going back and forth, the new t-shirt should be out within the next week. There you go, ladies and gents. Please go to twitch.tv/destroying kayfabe. There's underscore in there. But yeah, just type in destroying kayfabe. It'll pop up. Just look for this icon. That's his new one. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same icon as what you see here with the gray. So there you go. I'll be on there later tonight discussing some stuff, and we'll see what else pops up during today. All right, so we'll see you guys later tonight. Take care. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so let you know when more of my content hits your screen. Check out the links in the description for all the follows. I'm on Instagram, the Twitter box, Facebook, and head over to the link in the description and get you some new, exciting, and oh so soft and sexy Smash merch and more to come in the soon to near future. See you later tonight, folks. Take care.